It folded into a pigskin case that clasped and opened like a book, revealing rows and rows, neat as scales on individual hooks. Hers a ring jammed willy-nilly, not even color-coded, and a whistle just in case. How she knew which was what is beyond me, but she did. She always did. She had systems for keeping important stuff straight. His, always in his overcoat next to the billfold. Hers, the purse with lipstick, charge cards, checkbook, and symphony tickets. Safekeeping was the name of the game at 540 Harlan Street, Milton, Massachusetts, home sweet home. Locks, levers, combinations, and keys galore. The house keys, front door, kitchen door, back door, living room, sliding glass doors, dining room, sliding glass doors, the cellar door, the door for logs that he split and hoisted on Sundays after church before the football game, which looked a lot like a coffin door but wasn't. The garage doors for the cars, the garage doors for the people, keys to the cars, keys to the lawnmower, keys to the summer house, front door, kitchen door, back door, keys to the tool room, keys to the closets, and keys to the locks inside the house, his and her, file cabinets, his and her, desk drawers, his and her bureaus, the silver cabinet, but not the liquor cabinet. That was a cornucopia of open access. But there were keys tucked into envelopes, the stray, the random, and saved, labeled with handwritten reminders, the blue credenza, Billy's room, or Aunt Lizzie's breakfront, wedding trousseau, CAB, WPB, footlocker, in attic. Skeleton keys to latches of houses long evacuated and sold or torn down, places that storied my childhood and opened doors to other childhoods. Waterman, Benevolent, Hope, George, South County, Round Pond, duplicate. And then there were keys lost and skate keys and tiny keys nestled into the long fingers of unpaired gloves. To what? Jewelry boxes, diaries, keepsakes? But for whose keepsake? Whose sake? One key, the most precious of all, lived like an ugly duckling in the top drawer of her bureau, wrapped in an old tennis sock. That key opened the file cabinet in the guest room, where there was another key stuck in an old prescription bottle that opened a cubby in her desk, where there was another key sunk into an antique inkwell, which opened the safe in the cellar, wherein lay a treasure. The plain white rectangular box that housed not only gold wedding bands, hat pins, and mourning lockets made from the braided hair, blonde and brown of the dead babies, but also our adoption papers. The fairy tale version of the story of my birth. This little girl, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, bright, attentive since birth, clear white skin, pleasing features. Imagine what a surprise it was to find Sleeping Beauty, all promise, safe and sound, amongst the cobwebs under the cellar stairs. Despite the plethora of keys and good intentions, I never owned a single one. Funny, I know, to think of it. But while I grew, there was no need to give me a key. She was always there to pick me up from school, to jig me back and forth to lessons and friends. Our house was always locked, but never empty. When I was old enough and had moved on towards other addresses and through other doors, college, career, marriage, miscarriage, children, divorce, the adult me was allowed to use the spare key that was hidden on a nail in the garage as long as I put it right back. The new alarm system had a secret code. I wonder what it was. Part 2. I am 11 years old. From the bottom of the hill, in the gloaming of the woods, I watched them, my parents, as they walked through bright lit rooms, a 60-watt defense against the encroaching darkness. I know their habits. They become my habits. taste the salted nuts, the bourbon-laced ice cube in his glass, smell the onion sizzling, hear the football game, discuss the op-eds, read the New Yorker, the first edition Portrait of a Lady or the Age of Innocence, appreciate the decency and generosity of the fortress that they built for my keeping. I know at any moment she'll pull the blinds as if to hold the light, safe and sound, all tucked in, warm as toast, pray the Lord. All I had to do was knock, and I did. Every day of my life I knocked and knocked and knocked. Part 3. But where was my key? I never owned a key to that house. This is no metaphor, but fact. And without a key, there was no way in and no way out. So like one of his logs, I split into, sundered. Half of me went in and thrived in the light-filled rooms. And half of me fled into the murky woods, went feral, grew fangs, claws, furred toes, lapped pond water, shrieked and howled and crooned with loneliness for a tribe, eyeball to eyeball with the dark. The house is long gone, their keys dispersed. Safekeeping is a thing of the past. I am now the woman like Nanny McPhee who shows up in the nick of time to reclaim the broken, mute, and thorny child. We stand side by side at the bottom of the hill and watch, like before,